Hi, I'm Father Marcel here in New Hampshire. Considered one of the hiking priests. There's not a lot of us around. We're out today on a trail in Greenfield, which is in the southwestern part of the state. And Ted's Trail, Carolyn's Trail, and the Waypack Trail are the loop trail that we're going to engage in today. We're going to see some beautiful sights, both along the streams and in the middle of the forest, and from some higher elevations with some great views. Today's hike is about a 4-mile hike, maybe 5, and ordinarily if we're hiking up any elevation it takes about an hour a mile, and then when we're descending it goes a little faster, but sometimes not, because if it's pretty steep it takes sometimes as much time to come down a mountain as it takes to go up. Hey, somebody was thoughtful and built us a little place to sit, a little bench here in the middle of the woods. Oftentimes scouts will do this kind of a project as part of their Eagle Scout project or a service project, and it's a little more comfortable than a rock. I don't use a lot of bug spray, but sometimes it's pretty nice to have around. That's tip number 1, spraying it on your hands and covering your face, and the rest of you tends to be around in the spring, but they disappear. Not a reason not to hike. Tip number 2, trails are usually marked with blazes that are either these metal strips or painted white, blue, red, right along the trail so we can find our way, and there's no reason to get lost, but it's nice to have a map and compass as well. Tip number 3, if a hiker gets lost, they can call 911. They'll be connected to Fish and Game that are legally responsible for retrieving lost hikers or assisting them if they get injured out of the woods. So having a cell phone is practical, but you don't want to be making phone calls or taking phone calls while you're out hiking. That defeats half the purpose of being out in the great outdoors. Piece of advice number 4, when you see a blaze and you're not quite sure which direction it's going in, you just look ahead to see where's the next blaze, and that keeps us on track. One of the fun things about having a companion is these are great spots to have conversations, and we talk about everything. What's going on in the political world, what's going on in the economy, what's happening in the church, what's happening in our faith, what movies are out there, what plays we might have attended, what concerts we might attend. It's a great time to converse about family and friends and work, and it's just one of the great delights of being out there with a friend in the great outdoors. A water break, and I'm going to take my clean water. We don't drink the water, no matter how clean it might look, unless we've got the means to filter the water. Lots of parasites and easy to get sick, so we bring our water with us, or we make sure that we have the means to purify the water we drink. So for lunch today, I decided to bring some deviled ham, knowing that it'd be some devilish scurrying up some of these trails to get to where we're going. Some 10 years ago, a fellow hiker showed me how to keep our laces laced up for the whole of our hike. And it's just a little bit of a trick where you start as usual, but then you go around once, then you go around twice, and you're going to stay laced up for the whole hike. We've lost our way. We've got a cairn, we need to find another cairn, another blaze, because there's nothing down this way. So we have to, in a spirit of humility, just to reset ourselves and backtrack and find where we're supposed to go. Hey, so we just walked around this little these ledges and looked to see where the path was, and sure enough, right where we had left off. Besides blazes, cairns, these little rock piles that maintenance crews have set up show us the way to go, how to stay on the trail, and we're not supposed to tamper with them, but here we go. You don't want to make them fall apart. It's midday and everything's quiet. It's really quiet. Everything is dormant. The birds, the chipmunks, the wind, the leaves. Well, except for that bird. So here we are at the summit of Waypack Trail, and we're starting our descent. Praise God. It's been a great hiking day. I love doing it. I'll do it again next week, and I'll do the week after that, and I'll do the week after that. Hiking wears me out a bit, but it awakens my spirit. It recharges me. I love going back to the parish and doing my work in ministry and looking, take new initiatives and seeing people. And I like spending time alone, but I like spending time with others. And in all of it, I love spending time with God. In my exercise of humility, I pick up other people's trash. There's a basic rule in New Hampshire: carry in, carry out. Whatever you bring in, you have to bring out, and it's a nice thing to pick up other people's trash as well. So, Father Marcel, the hiking priest, hoping that I've been able to influence a lot of people to become hikers. And if it's something you've done before, do it again. If it's something you've never tried, let's try it. There's so many places to hike, starting with our backyards and in our neighborhoods and local communities and town forest, and then heading for the hills. And so let that vehicle go by. We come to realize we do get distracted when we get back into the lowlands. But yeah, God bless. May the Lord be there to assist all of us in our quest, ultimately, which is to be in heaven with God.